And we appear to be live. And it looks like our audio even works.
Hooray! 2 things, right?
We did
Good
it.
start.
Oh, that's right. We're on Goodman, aren't we?
We are. We are on Goodman.
Oh, well, that must mean we're on Saturday night.
Also
Must make
true.
this Weird Frontiers.
Also true.
We're sorry. We'll just start off with that. We're very sorry. Yeah.
Our bad.
GM is on some new medications this week, so this should be fun. Chuck, you got any pre-roll tonight?
I don't.
No?
Let's do this.
Okay, well, I guess let's just get into it. Chuck, who you playing tonight?
I am playing Pierce McIntyre, occultist, father of the rascal Scab, and former servant of the Black Goat.
He has no problems with that whatsoever.
None.
That'll never come back on you.
Ever. They forget those
Jeremy.
things.
They do.
Mhm.
They, Elder Gods, short memory span.
Absolutely.
Short. Jeremy, who you got?
Hi, I'm Scab. I'm 12 years old and I'm a Tommy knocker. I'm just the luckiest kid in the world other than the whole being dead thing. But my dad's great. I talked to an angel and I killed vampires. So, life's good.
How's my mic? Coming through all right?
Yep.
Solid.
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
At least on Zoom it is.
Yes, indeed. Scab, the Tommy knocker. Going down, Daniel, who you playing?
Hey everybody, I'm Dan, and I'm playing Chance, our gunslinger, and I've got a high chance of shooting my teammates and the enemies. So we'll see how it goes.
You are now bedazzled, wearing fancy clothes and such.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to, class it up a bit. Trying.
Chance has been arm candy to a vampire trying to take him out on the social scene. You're prettier when you close your mouth.
Yeah. I mean, that just goes for real life, too, to be honest.
Joe, who you got?
I am playing the Jebediah Bejebums, our gambler, con man, card magician. Yeah.
I think you account for at least 60% of the hit point loss in the party.
Probably.
More so than the
Probably up
monsters,
there.
I think.
Yeah.
Jake,
Yeah.
who you got?
Well, I've got a French photographer turned Calavera named Killian Fichet, and he is here to wrangle some ghosts and occasionally get tossed into the air.
All right. And for our very colorful luchador, Eddie, tell us who you got.
I'm playing Ivan, the Red Star. Wrestler extraordinaire, internationally renowned, filler of pants, and
Aging
doer of
backwards.
justice. Aging backwards.
Younger
Is there
than when he
nothing
started.
this man can't do? No jar he can't open.
Yeah, that's that. With his thighs, nonetheless. Because everything else is
my.
greased up. It's just,
Oh.
you just can't get a grip anywhere else. Okay, so last session, what we learn other than hell is populated mostly with bankers? We learned that.
That's right. Through
We
empirical
also-
testing.
We also learned that the fellow we were supposed to be looking for is not buried where he's supposed to be buried, and instead the Knights of the Golden Circle have left a sort of calling card behind, but we do have a lead, Shotgun Sarah, who could probably get us in contact with the gang that our deceased quarry used to run with in life.
Okay, anyone else?
Were we going to
Uh,
purgatory or some such?
I mean, we all are, but
Like a place.
oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's correct, yes.
I think that's what that Sally lady's going to help us find.
All right, perhaps. So you were in the town of Harrow Springs. We ended the last session with you guys up on Boot Hill.
We had our 2 helpers.
Your 2 helpers, which you let go of $500.
Yeah,
They're
we
supposed to
did.
go and take one of those destroyed corpses of one of
Mhm.
their friends and try to turn it in for a bounty.
For a bounty that we don't want turned in, and he's going back to go help the widow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Indeed, he has. So let's see, in Boot Hill, you met old Oleski, who's the caretaker up here. Grudgingly let you dig up the grave. And
After,
now you've got this not quite empty pinewood box with the newspaper sheet with no peace for traitors, no escape in life, none in death. Cowards hang in purgatory until night falls and the golden circle rises again. Other than that, it's just a bunch of rocks.
it seemed like there was a place for us to go to known as Purgatory, correct? The gang
Yes,
hideout.
the name purgatory is capitalized, and one of your helpers recalls there being some kind of hangout close by, though he's never been there, just hearsay. And yes, he dropped the name Shotgun Sally, a rather rough individual in town who probably would know better how to find purgatory, but did give you a warning that she was a rough customer.
Yeah.
The other clue you had was the little passage there was printed on newsprint that hadn't yet ran through a printing press. So like the raw paper.
I remember that.
All right, so there we go. So you're on the bottom south end of the map up on a little rise. So Boot Hill is kind of overlooking the town of Harrow Springs below you there. You got here kind of towards the end of the day. Sun's still up in the sky, but it's starting to fade. You can see a lot of the cattle workers, farmers, those that may not live directly in town, but done with work for the day, kind of streaming through the streets, doing a little shopping, getting their groceries, that sort of thing. It's a large-ish town. I do believe we said that none of you have been here before, so this is new stomping grounds for everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can always do the de facto find a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where we'll find the best info. Away we go.
Okay. So as you're
Did they
streaming
say
through,
that we were going to find the Sally person?
no specifics were given, just that she's somewhere in
Yeah.
Harrow Springs.
Oh, okay.
Possibly at the bar.
Okay.
Just going through town, some of the placards you're seeing in the outside of the shops, of course, the Silver Dollar Saloon, which you had heard of. Actually, one of your laborers told you that they've got 4 rooms and only 4 to lease on the second floor. This town is also newish, although oddly worn for being built within the last few years. None of the buildings are more than 2 stories tall. They're kind of built low to the ground. Could be because weather in the area, not really sure, but yeah, it is odd. You've been through towns smaller than this with buildings much taller. Some things you see. So the Silver Dollar Saloon is location 22, so it's up in the northeast corner there. You do see a shingle for a doctor and dentist. You see a place for, it looks like it's a newspaper office, but it's all closed up. The Harrow Springs Star is what the placard on the outside says, but the glass has all been like painted up on the inside. The door's been locked and closed. It doesn't look like anyone's been in there for a while. You do see that. There is a stagecoach station here. There's a livery and feed store. There is a chapel, 2-8 in town there. Kind of like right in the middle of town. A very small general store. You don't see why the 4 rooms above the Silver Dollar were important. You don't actually see a hotel anywhere. You don't see any place to stay, except there is a shingle out for what's commonly called a flop house. Doesn't offer beds for the night. They literally put a string, midway that would reach midway up your chest, and people just literally hang over the lines in a row, often drunken, and that's how you sleep. It's very cheap.
Chance knows.
Yeah, Chance has been there more than once.
I've seen a rope like this in the circus before.
Mm-hmm.
Many, many acts they walk across it in balance.
Yeah, but not these.
The rest of the buildings seem to be either homes, small homesteads. You see some folks have like roped off areas with a few pigs, some chickens, that sort of thing. But there's not much in the way of conveniences or stores for a town this size.
Well, if lodging is a valued commodity here, then maybe we should inquire about that first, and we can see if we can find this person we're looking for. Seeing an abandoned newspaper place definitely fits along with that paper we found.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think those should definitely be our goals for the night.
Yeah.
You're so smart, Dad. Let's do it.
Let's do it. To the Silver Dollar Saloon.
Okay. It has the ubiquitous double push through doors. As you come in, you hear there's a piano playing a very lively tune. With as you come in, there's a guy sitting at the piano with a derby hat on, and he's kind of singing out a song, which is a little hard to follow, as parts of it seem to be in Italian.
Okay.
But next to him, there's like, it looks like an old prospector with a couple of good teeth in his mouth, kind of slapping to the time and rhythm of the piano player, and he's kind of singing along. There's not that many folks in here right now. The folks that are, he's a good singer, and the piano playing is very lively. There's a lot of conversation going around. There's maybe half dozen folks kind of sitting around drinking. You see plates of not very appetizing looking food out as well. There's an immense man, very thick shouldered, just a huge bear of a man, including the hair. He just got a full on beard that goes down halfway through his chest. He's got hair coming out of his nose, out of his ears, and he's just perfectly bald on the top of his head, almost like a monk, where it's just this halo of no hair that's been shined to a glistening gloss. And he's kind of tapping along with the rhythm of the piano player and just smiling at folks. Perfectly full mouth of good looking teeth. He's got a cigar that he breaks out, and he looks like he's about to light it. And then you hear something from the back that sounds kind of shrill, can't make it out. He's like, puts the lighter away. You guys push your way in. Who's in first?
I said let's go there first, so I don't have a problem going in first.
All right. You push through and make me a reflex save.
Yes, that is a skill that I can do. I'm not bad at reflex. 15, yeah,
Pretty good.
not bad.
That's good. You narrowly avoid stepping on a very fat cat that was kind of lounging in the little bit of sunbeam that was coming through the bottom part of the door you just pushed through. He
Hey
kind of
there.
looks up at you, kind of half-heartedly hisses and paws at you, and then just kind of lays his head down on the tip of your toe, arresting further movement into the bar.
I will definitely slip my foot out so I can continue, but I will definitely put it like, Scab, get the cat.
I'm gonna pick that cat up and pet it.
All right. Scab the cat is immense. The thing's like a 30-pound cat.
I got a
Good
19
Lord.
strength.
Definitely not missed any meals. You pick him up, it just purrs mightily,
You're a
rubs its
good
face
kitty.
into your clothes, and just kind of nestles there and just falls asleep on you.
I'm as happy as could be.
Can I sit down with the kitty next to that piano man? If you need me for anything, I promise I'll be at it in a minute, Dad.
Absolutely. Enjoy
So
yourself.
I'll just go sit down next to the piano man and kind of watch
Yeah.
him work and pet the cat.
He ends his tune just as you sit down on a bench nearby, and he pulls off his derby hat, and he kind of just kind of waves it around, and people start pitching coins into his hat. He gives it a few minutes to wait to see if any stragglers are about to throw any in. Then he just gives everyone this beautiful smile, and he's like, "Thank you kindly. Going to take a little break now, but we'll be back soon."
I toss him $4.
He kind of looks into his
Damn.
hat. He looks over you and says, "Son, your parents going to be okay with this? Don't get me wrong."
Oh, I just took that off a man who tried to kill my dad, and I killed him, so it's fine.
Keepsies money. I got you.
Do you mind if I watch how you do the keys? You do the black keys real fun.
Oh yeah, he kind of slides over on the bench. It's like, "You play, son?
Oh, I'm getting better.
Can you read your sheet music?"
I've got a good feel for things.
All right. Well, he kind of pounds out the rhythm for you. You pick it up pretty quick. Actually, go ahead and make me a roll since you're trained in being able to play piano.
And so basically it's just a D20 plus 1. Or
Yeah.
I think I could just roll, but where's that at? Agility? Yeah.
Hey, you're a little slower to pick it up. It is intricate.
I'm holding
but
the
you
cat
do.
in one hand.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. He kind of nods along. He's like, "Okay, well, here we go." And he starts singing off one of the new hits as you play along. Kind of quietly, not with as much enthusiasm as before, but he's kind of teaching you as he's doing it. The prospector that was sitting nearby kind of looks over at you, kind of makes this grimace at first, and then you pick it up, and he's like, "Okay." He starts clapping along as well. The rest of you,
I'll head up to the bar to see about reserving rooms.
I also head up to the bar to see about reserving drinks.
he points at Pierce first. It's like, "We got 3 rooms to let."
We'll take
Points
them.
over at Chance. "I got beer, I got milk, and I got water. I charge for the water." Well, the beer and the milk too. I'm just saying, nothing's free.
Beer.
He slams beer down in front of you.
A few beers.
We'll take the rooms. Make that, what is that? 1, 2, 3. 3 more beers, a milk, and a water.
He lines them up.
And
How
I'll
long are you going to be staying? It's $5 a night.
put us
That's
down.
dinner, and that's breakfast.
Wait, you said we get dinner and what's breakfast?
And breakfast. Dinner and breakfast. $5
That's
a night.
fantastic.
Each room.
Go ahead. So that's 15 a night. Go ahead and give us, put us down for 5 days.
All right. One more thing. He pulls out this book, kind of lays it on the table, and you see it's a register. He goes through it. And you see people have been staying here. It's pretty full. Pulls out a ribbon that's about halfway through. He's like, "Hey, just write your names in here. Keep track of everybody that's coming through in case, any of you are wanted by the law."
Okay.
None of you are wanted by the law, are you?
No, none of us are wanted by the law.
You sure?
I am very sure of that.
Hell, you'd be the first.
Well,
Gives you the pen.
I definitely put down 6 very fake names. Yeah. I take the drinks back to the team.
Andrew Andrews, Phil Phillip.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
That's it. Just wrestlers, Hulk Hogan,
That's
Stone
right.
Cold, going down the list. Jake gets
All
to
right,
be
so
Mick Foley.
you fill it out with some fake names. And he kind of looks down at it. Just kind of nods, closes the book, puts it under the table, finishes serving everybody. Dinner. Yeah. So I said the rooms came with dinner, didn't I?
You did.
All right. Well, we got, what do we got back there, Martha? And that shrill voice kind of calls out again. You guys can barely hear her, but he seems to hear everything. It's All right, we got turtle soup. We got rutabaga. Are you sure about that, Martha? You hear that shrill voice again. You can't make out anything she's saying. It just sounds a lot like wah, 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 the teacher from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
He seems to understand every word. Well,
He's
apparently
attuned to it.
we got a wild boar coming up too for the meat tonight. Of course, we always got soup, beans, and cornbread.
Let's do
Bacon, Martha. We still got bacon. That's that good stuff, right? Not the stuff that's got that green. Oh, it's the good stuff. Oh, we got some bacon too, folks.
Okay. We will. Let's go with soup, cornbread, and some of that boar. I would like a hunk of that boar uncooked.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Got a person on a funny diet.
yeah. It's ultra keto. It's very new.
We'll carve off that raw
Ultra
boar now.
keto.
It's going to be maybe 30 minutes before everything else is ready.
Not a
A
problem.
little early for dinner, but we'll get it out to you. Enjoy your drinks.
Well,
Beer's on the house. I suppose the milk is too.
okay.
Nice.
Part of the tab.
We can handle that.
Now, you pay in advance for the room now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pay.
All right.
Mathematically, that amount.
He just kind of slides it off the table into his apron. He's got a big pocket in the front. Kind of jangles as he walks around. Enjoy.
That's 75.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll hand over $75.
He does come back a few minutes later and puts down 3 iron keys in front of you to the rooms.
Okay. All right. We're doubling up. Scab and I'll take a room, and the rest of you figure it out.
I'll grab one of the other keys.
I'll throw an arm around Killian's shoulder. Come, Killian. You can listen to all of my exploits while I was away in France and all over Europe. Perhaps console me as I recount the loss of love.
I could also sleep in the grave. You know what? I will. Yes, I will share a room. It's fine.
Excellent.
I'll bunk with Chance then.
We'll be out late anyways, probably.
I don't know, Killian. Sometimes the graveyard's not much quieter than bunking with your
That
luchador
is
friend
true.
here
They don't
because the
have to
ghosts
worry
snore
about
too.
sunlight. Yeah.
There's significantly less baby oil all over everything, though.
This is true.
I do have a tendency to leave a me-shaped imprint on all sheets.
Yeah.
All right. I would like everybody to make me luck checks, please. Scab, I'm going to say not you. You're involved right now.
Okay.
You're trying to learn something new.
I pass.
What check?
Luck.
Luck.
So far,
Okay.
pass.
Luck passes for perception in DCC, so.
I think everybody passed.
Everybody passed.
All right, everybody that passed, just taking a good look around the room. You immediately discount the folks that you're pretty sure are just your workaday, salt of the earth folks, farmers, ranchers, that sort of thing, that are just here to get a beer to, remove some of the ache and pains from the working day. But there is one table, of course, it's the darkest corner of the whole bar, where there's 3 folks that are dressed for action, we'll say. They've got dusters on, strapped ammo across belts and shoulders. Hard looking bunch. It's 2 women and 1 man, and they're just staring. Those of you that caught the attention that made your luck roll, they're just staring right at you. So drinking beer like they're trying to measure you up.
Do they look like they're law enforcement?
Not in the least.
I'll wave hello.
What's your personality score, Killian?
It's oof. I'd been using some stuff all day. What with the whole
No, you're
Stagecoach.
without spending for powers.
okay, without
Like your
spending
base.
for powers,
Yeah.
my base is 11.
Okay. The man scowls at you. The 2 ladies just kind of smirk. Go back to drinking their beer.
Make
Guess we
friends.
can just kind of keep an eye on them while they keep an eye on us.
Or we go talk to them. I mean,
I suppose.
like
There's that too.
us, they don't appear to belong.
What's the worst that
Ivan
could
will
happen?
take his cold glass of milk and he's going to walk straight over to their table and sit down.
You
And as he sits down, he's going to look up slowly and go,
Well, before you get to the table, there's a slightly odd occurrence. The man starts growling like a dog. And as you get closer to the table and as you're about to sit down, he starts barking at you like a dog. The closest woman grabs him and he's got a collar around his neck, kind of grabs him by the collar. And you hear her say, "Down, mad dog, down." And he's like, as Eddie sits down at the table and he sticks his face right in yours and he just starts snarling. He's just foaming at the mouth, spittle is covering his beard.
Well, that's new.
interesting. I'll stare him down. I'm going to press my forehead against his and I'm just staring him down.
Okay,
I'll start
yeah.
growling too.
You
Like
touch
Ivan's going to growl back.
Okay, yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. You make me a person. This is gonna be an opposed personality check.
Okay.
Story of
Now,
how
in this
Ivan
case, your
lost his
personality
nose.
is whatever it has been. You have the benefit of not having been here last episode, so your personality is at full. You were sleeping through all those events. So you go ahead and make me a roll.
15.
Oh,
Okay. Do you want to spend any luck? He's actually quite terrifying.
Yes. I will go ahead and spend some luck.
Okay. 4 to match, 5 to beat.
I'll spend 5.
Okay. You brace yourself a little bit and start staring him down, and his barking starts to kind of subside a little, and then it turns into a whimper as he kind of backs off. He pours his beer over his left hand and then just starts licking the hand.
And when he starts licking his hand, I'll reach out and open palm up, and just give him a little scratch under his chin.
Right. Weird. The two women are just kind of staring at you. Actually, go ahead and roll your fame.
Ooh. Probably a pretty decent percentage by now.
See, it's D100, right?
Yeah.
100. 44, so I'm under my 60.
All right. So the two women are shocked at first, and then you can see the recognition show in their eyes, and one of them just kind of casually says, "I saw your last match."
Oh, are you a fan of the luchador arts?
"No, I was just drunk and I wandered into this place and happened to see you. You were fighting that fellow, the lion. Good match." Yeah,
Yes,
she kind
it
of
was an
nods at
excellent
you.
battle.
Kind of puts two fingers to her mouth, kind of whistles, getting the bartender's attention. You guys at the bar notice that the bartender is immediately attentive when she blows this whistle. And she points at you and points at what you're drinking. And he comes over and he just brings like a gallon of milk over, cold from the ice box, puts it on the table.
I'll take another big swig out of the fresh one, clean off my upper lip, and then kind of like I have a hat. I'm not wearing my beret right now, but so I reach for it thinking, oh, I don't have a hat, but I kind of tip my head anyway. It's goofy, but
So after you do this, she kind of nods again and she says, "I'm Michelle. This here's Sarah, and that's Mad Dog Sifford. Now, as far as I know, and I know everything that happens in this town, Harrow Springs has not got a match coming. You just passing through? You weren't on the stagecoach roster."
yes, I believe we're just passing through. I'm always on the lookout for new places to do matches and new friends to make. And then he's trying to make chit chat, but he's not very good at it. And then he kind of leans in, takes another swig of his milk, and with as odd as they're behaving, he just kind of leans in and goes, "Are you also monster hunters?"
They kind of look at each other for a moment, and the one that hasn't been speaking, that was introduced to you as Sarah, says, "When we're not the monsters."
Oh, I like you. Takes another big swig.
What's your personality score?
My personality's at a 13 base.
Okay. Same person speaking, Sarah. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to rustle up a wrestling match, but I'll wrestle you.
And what does this woman look like?
Dark hair, cut kind of short, and it looks like it wasn't professionally done. It was just like it was just sheared off. Not unattractive, but very solidly built. Like has a very prominent jaw, high cheekbones, green eyes. Skin is very darkened from the sun. She looks like she's early 20s.
Looks like she
Her
could toss
friend
around
is
some
almost the
meals.
exact opposite. Very pale of skin, but has the dark hair. Actually, her friend, since you just recently come back from France, has the look of the Parisian about her. She's might be why she also caught your match with the lion, which wasn't on these shores.
So this is Sarah talking, you said.
Sarah is the one talking. Yeah, not the one that looks Parisian.
You said she's built kind of solid.
Yeah.
I think Ivan's just gonna blush and take another big gulp of his milk.
What are
I'm
the
not
rest
sure
of
if
you
she's hitting on me or if she really wants to wrestle.
It could be either. Could be either.
Yeah, he's just gonna utter some gibberish. He's a little flustered.
Scab, he's teaching you how to read music. He's showing you what key is where on the staff. He's explaining the sheet music a little bit to you.
Oh,
He's a little hard to understand. His accent's very thick. He's an Italian man, a transplant here, but you're following along well enough. He seems pleased to talk to a young man that's interested in music.
I'm really grateful for your time. I like the way you talk.
There's something wrong with how I talk.
No, it's real interesting. I like it.
Yes, I like how you look as well. Rugged.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, do you think those people over there are going to try and shoot my friends?
Oh, okay. So you're at the table. He's like, oh, those are some very bad people.
Okay.
They're not known for violence in public places like this. More likely to stab you in the back in an alley.
Gotcha. Make sure if they walk behind my dad to walk behind them, walking behind him.
It is dizzying logic, but yes. Just be very careful.
My
They
dad always
are-
says I got a brain like a steel trap.
They are the hench persons to the true power in this town. The man who runs this town.
Oh. Is it you?
No.
Oh,
The miner or the prospector sitting there, he's nodding along with what the piano player says. He does tell you. He says his name is Gon. Well, his friends call him Gonzo. His name is Gonzo Gonzaga. Nice to meet your acquaintance. This here is my friend Hoppy.
Gonzo, Gonzaga, and Hoppy. It's been a real pleasure. I might have to buy some more of these papers next time I get in the city.
The prospector is talking and says, "Let me tell you, young fella, it's really useful to be polite in this town, especially to those folks over there and their master. It can be a really ugly place if you're too uppity and you cause problems here. Just keep it low key, keep it quiet, and it's not a bad place."
Yes, sir. I pride myself on my manners.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Food's brought out.
I mean, gotta drink and eat first. So
Beer's
mate,
okay,
Just-
Chase. You've had better, especially recently. But it's not horrible.
Looking for anyone playing cards or any of that sort of thing.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Even with the piano player kind of doing this tune in the back, you'd think there would be more levity going on, but everyone looks really solemn. Even the farmhands that came in to grab something to drink and eat seem to finish up what they're doing real fast. And they're in and out very quickly.
Not a place to hang out then.
I'll very just brazenly pull a deck of cards out, set it down on the table, and just be as blatant about that as possible, and see if it draws any attention to anyone. And then I'll eat my food.
Yeah, Menard, who's the bartender, you'll introduce yourself, kind of looks at your cards, but doesn't say anything. Looks at it, with interest, but then just goes back to work. No one else takes you up on it. Killian, what are you doing?
Eating beans and cornbread.
Okay. The food, despite it being very gray and colorless, it's actually not bad.
Can't go wrong with that.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is kind of the atmosphere. It's kind of quiet. There's almost like a tenseness to everybody that comes in. You notice everyone new that comes in, they might start off talking a little loudly, maybe even laughing, and then they kind of look at the corner with where your wrestler has made himself a guest, and then they get real quiet real fast, and they kind of look down, go right over to Menard, order, drink quickly, pay and leave.
So before anything else gets out of hand, I'm all flustered and bashful, and I'm getting rosy cheeked here, though nobody can tell under my mask. I'll kind of stumble over my words after Sarah mentions wrestling and go, "Oh, I've never wrestled a woman as strong as you, perhaps, but I will excuse myself. I do not want to be rude. If you need anything from me at all, from either of you,
she kind of scoffs a little bit as you said that, and she's like, "Oh, so you only wrestle the weak women? Go away, little man."
Oh, that's what I'm like. Oh no, I did not mean to offend you. I've never wrestled a woman before, ever.
Okay. Now she gets a little interested in that. Never.
Oh, never. And he kind of leans down, puts both palms down on the table as he's standing, and kind of leans a little bit closer and gives her a good look dead in the eyes and goes, "But perhaps I have been missing something."
She chugs the rest of her beer. She stands up. You see, she's a good 6'2".
Oh.
I mean, when I say solidly built, you can tell there's muscle in her forearms. She's still, slight, but there's strength there. She's definitely tall. She stands up, slams the beer down, points to you and says, "Go tell your friends you're staying at my place tonight." And then she kind of walks to the door. She rolls a cigarette as she walks to the door. And as she passes you, just slaps you in the butt. She walks towards the door.
Yeah. Ivan's just going to look back at everybody else, and all they're going to see is the left and right sides of my mustache curl straight up and out in a smile, and I'm leaving. Gentlemen, excuse me.
I am nudging Chance and pointing over you seeing this?
Yeah, you got the room to yourself. Congratulations.
I know. This is fantastic.
That is not where I thought that was going to go.
Yes, and I'll walk over and I'll hold the door open for her, and
no, she's already walked out.
Behind.
Just waiting for you to follow her. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm hurrying. My steps do not sound like a calm man.
Okay, yeah. She's
all right, guys. Anybody taking bets if he barks like a dog when he comes back to us tomorrow?
I really hope not.
That would be great.
New mask power unlocked. Good boy.
Something was unlocked. Oh my god!
All right. The man and the other woman still stand there and this kind of casually watching you as Menard brings over the food that was just been prepared. You know, he served you guys first, but then quickly goes over and brings out some food to them. You see the guy is served in kind of like a trough. He just sticks his face in it. Just food goes all over the place.
That man's not right.
No. Are any of us?
Scab, he feels comfortable enough with your playing, and he gives you some simple sheet music to play over, and then he takes the money that was in his derby, puts it in his pocket, but then lays it out, tells everybody, well, now for the next hour, while I get me some victuals, you guys are going to be entertained by the musical stylings of, what's your name, kid? Scab. Give him a round of applause, folks. All right, Scab, maybe another roll there for your piano skill.
Okay, just by myself.
Yeah, he gets up and leaves you. He put down some very simple sheet music in front of you.
Okay.
Better than a 9?
Yeah, it's not horrible. I mean, you're not doing it with any particular flair. People probably won't remember you tomorrow, but for now, it's entertaining.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
There's,
ding,
a few people throw a couple of dollar coins into your hat as you're playing. Yeah.
I think the
Okay.
problem is like he can see the symbols, but it's reading the letters that's hard for him.
Okay. So you guys enjoy your food. The table of the man and the woman, they eat kind of quickly. Get up, and a little oddity as they walk to the bar, Menard, your bartender, hands the woman the book, the registry. She kind of tucks it under her arm and she heads upstairs.
Okay. And this is the lady with the barking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just gonna go ask the barkeep. Get up. Why did you give her the registry?
Well, the owner. That's why I only got 3 rooms lit. The owner has got the 4th room.
Oh,
He likes to see the registry at the end of the night.
so I thought this was the lady with the barking guy. Did I mishear that?
No, you're right. Yeah.
So the owner's upstairs, and the lady and the man who barks are with them?
Oh yeah. He's they're employees. Hey, kind of looks around. Don't ask too many questions about those folks, all right? They get you in lick of trouble around here.
That's understandable. I am trying to remember. What's the name of the lady we're supposed? Shotgun Betty?
Shotgun Sarah.
Shotgun Sarah. Like, we're looking for someone by the name of Shotgun Sarah. Do you know?
Oh,
who
your
that
friend just left with her.
Yeah, I kind of wondered about that.
is?
Absolutely.
Is he going to return?
Doggy.
Is he going to return to us in the morning alive?
Depends on how he's good at pleasuring his women, I guess.
Okay. We're doomed.
He did take a tour in France, so maybe he.
Make sure to enact army.
You can see
of
it now.
one.
He's got a chalkboard. He's trying to sell her on the usefulness of the bidet.
Types of French
Make her some
hats.
really good stout coffee in the morning, some espresso.
Yeah. Another question. I have noticed that if you got a large-ish town, everything looks new and worn.
Old. Yeah.
Why?
That's accounting on we don't got any carpenters around with much skill to their name.
So everything just falls apart and you rebuild it.
Well, it hasn't come to the rebuilding yet, but we get some really fierce winds through here, and that sand, it's just like
Moist.
sandpaper, and it just starts to
Oh,
just takes toll on all the buildings, and we ain't got any proper carpenters to keep up with it.
Okay. Well,
And Mr. Wolfsritter, he doesn't like much new businesses opening up. Doesn't care much for passersby, except those folks that come in on Stagecoach, of course. They bring good money and supplies to the town.
Okay. What happened to the print shop?
It's been closed for a while.
Who?
And barely anybody around here can read anyway. And
that's fair. Who owns it?
Print shop? Well, he should be in here later on tonight.
Okay.
Xander Black. He does a little bit of work for Mr. Wolfsritter. He calls them tracks. I don't understand exactly what they are, but some kind of specialized newspaper for folks that follow Mr. Wolfsritter and his club.
He has a club.
Very, very, very important man, our Mr. Wolfsritter. He gets correspondence from all around. Most of them stagecoaches that come through here carrying mail for Mr. Wolfsritter, and he sends out these papers that Mr. Black has printed for him. Xander, it's Mr. Wolfsritter pays him enough to, I guess, to keep him here, but no call for a newspaper anymore. We ain't got the population for it.
That's okay.
Hardly anybody reads.
What's the name of this club?
I'm not in it.
It's that secret.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
As I said, yeah, you can speak to Xander when he comes in.
Okay.
Probably be able to tell you more about it. I don't got my letters myself.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go rejoin my group, and thank you.
All right. Scab, you get a round of applause and roll a d10.
Okay.
$7 in the hat.
Hey, you did all right. You made more money than you spent.
I was wondering that. It felt like more in my hand than before.
Pretty
Daddy,
good job.
I'm a professional music man now. I'm made money.
Gonzo comes to the table, and Menard serves him a plate of beans and cornbread and a little bit of the pork on there as well. And he kind of nods at you, McIntyre, and says, "You the boy's father?"
Yes.
You look nothing alike. Your boy is talented.
He is. Yes, he is. I appreciate you letting him join you.
McIntyre dresses pretty well.
Yeah. I was
He
a doctor
kind of looks you
for
up
a
and
while.
down. I heard the stagecoach had some problems coming in. Were you and your boy seems his injuries are old, but did you have problems on the stagecoach?
We did. A group of bounty hunters attacked the stagecoach and killed the driver. And it ends up that their mark wasn't there.
Oh, well, I can't say that I am surprised. It's dangerous on these roads. It's what's kept me from leaving here. Lack of funds and lack of protection. The GM cannot do accents worth a damn, so imagine bad Italian.
That was Italian.
accent.
Okay. Well, yes, it certainly seems so. I suppose we won't be here for long, and we are capable. When we head out, if you want to tag along, you can at least come along to wherever we end up next.
Well, you're heading to a city, somewhere I can ply trade and make some money?
Not initially, but we'll make it there eventually.
We got it set up pretty nice down in New Orleans for a spell.
We did.
Oh, I would love to play in New Orleans.
There is a building there that could probably use some deep cleaning. Other than that, it's quite nice.
You see that he doesn't quite finish his plate of cornbread and beans, and he goes over and he kind of gives it to the prospector that was kind of sitting there, who just immediately just starts wolfing down what's left on the plate. He comes back after a bit. Kind of holds his hand out for his hat there, Scab.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
He ruffles what hair you have left. He says, keep you're practicing. You'll maybe very good someday.
I will. Thank you very much for showing me how the squiggles and hooks work.
He nods. He leaves the bar, and as he's leaving, you see a man in a kind of a white suit that's kind of threadbare, a little dirty. He's got one of these little spaghetti ties on. That's also, seen better days. He's coming in. He looks. I don't know. You just get the feeling that he's had a lot of sleepless nights, and he comes in. He waves at Menard, who just sets a plate in front of him and a beer in front of him. And as he's coming back, Pierce, he says, "That's Xander there. Looks like he's had another hard day. Try not to spook my friends, right?"
Very well. We'll try at least.
At least we know he spooks easily.
That is true.
Jebediah Menard pulls up a stool across from you, and he pulls out $10 in coins and dollar coins, stacks it in front of him. He said, "My missus has gone to sleep. I can play a little now."
Absolutely. And I'll start shuffling and ask him what game he wants to play and all that.
Euchre.
All right. I'll play against him. I'll do it honestly.
You're gonna do it honestly?
Or-
Just make me a roll.
Yeah.
You're gonna play for a little bit. You're probably also keeping an ear out as the conversations are going on around you.
Yeah. For sure. What would this be? Just a D20?
E20, you can add your int, assuming you're playing fair.
Yeah. There we
Oh,
go.
you win handily, but he looks fine losing. He just enjoys the play. So yeah, you make $10 over the next hour, maybe. Playing slow, not betting a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more trying to draw it out than to like clean him out or anything like that.
Okay. As Pierce sits down, well, I don't know. Pierce, are you going to go and?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go sit down next to the print. That's the print guy, right? That's who we pointed out.
Xander Black. See, he's got like a little notepad out and he's scribbling notes and he's kind of talking to himself. Occasionally, like slaps himself in the face a few times, drinks his beer, and he furiously scribbles out some things, starts to write down some other things.
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm told you're a printer. What? You're awfully jumpy.
He's just looking fearfully at you. What?
Do you work out of the closed printing press down the way?
Used to. Yeah, I just work for Mr. Wolfstritter now. Private correspondence and all, duplication, that sort of thing.
Okay. What's the name of that club that he's corresponding about?
It's a secret.
Yes, that's understandable. Do I have that letter that we found in the coffin? Or the paper?
You can. Yeah.
Okay. I'll pull it out. Like, what can you tell me about this?
Puts it between his hands. He doesn't even read it. Puts it between his hands. Takes the edge of it. He kind of just nibbles it. 40 weight cotton. Yellow dye 16. Yeah. This is mine. Yeah.
Okay. I will take that back, please.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good
Whole
night.
mouthful missing out of it.
Yeah. I'll go sit back down. Like, someone else can talk to him. This man is... I say we just break into the printing press. Or
He
the
just, as you leave the table, he just visibly just kind of deflates a little, like he was just all tense. And then as soon as you back up a little bit, he just starts to slowly eat as he's scribbling in his pad.
So
You can
maybe
give me
we
a
just
luck
gotta
check though there, Chuck,
Yeah.
as you stand up.
I'll do that.
good.
That is 1 over. I fail.
It looks like he's editing something that maybe he wrote down, like something that was dictated to him, and he's cleaning it up.
Okay.
Couldn't catch much though. You go and sit down. Another man walks in. This is a priest. He's wearing the priestly vestments, and he's kind of laughing a little, and his head is turned like he's talking to somebody, but there's nobody next to him. And he's walking with his arm, kind of like someone's got their arm around his, and he's kind of patting it affectionately. Menard just kind of sighs. It's like, oh,
Do I see anyone next to him?
yes, you do, Killian. There is a ghost of a young lady who looks very distressed. Has got her arm twined around his and is desperately trying to speak to him and is looking frustrated because he can't hear her, even though he is able to apparently sense her. So he sits down fairly close to you there, Killian, and the ghost kind of can't sit, but just standing there and is like screaming in his face, trying to get him to understand her. And just everyone else just hears him saying, "Oh, that's okay, dear. We'll figure out what you're trying to say. I understand you're probably under a great deal of stress, my dear. We'll find some way to lay you to rest finally. Hey, Menard." He's like, "Father, whiskey? Yeah, 2 fingers. Here you go. You should probably have some food with that tonight, Father." He just keeps talking to someone the rest of you can't see. Killian, Ghost notices that you're looking at her.
I'll say in French, hello, ma'am. Are you feeling well?
Okay, so this is her eyes just go wide. The fact that not only can you see her, but you're speaking to her. Make me a will save, please. As is very overwhelming as she turns to you, and it's almost like a psychic assault on your senses as she just unloads on you, trying to get you to understand something.
3.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Good. DC was 15, so you're not overwhelmed by this.
Huh?
I just found an error in the print. I need to highlight that. Sorry, give me a second.
Oh no. Give it to Mr. Black.
Okay.
Don't let him chew on it though.
There is a flash of emotions that are it's just like an assault upon you. And images. You see, you're assuming it's from her viewpoint. You see canyon walls and large rock formations all around you. You're on a very dusty bit of land. You're surrounded by the barking man and the 2 ladies. Sarah, actually you wouldn't know the names. You weren't close enough. But one of the ladies, the one that left with your luchador, puts a shot-off shotgun right on her shoulder, pulls a trigger, just basically explodes the joint of her arms. And you are just overwhelmed with the sensation as they slowly murder her. Slowly.
I'll ask again in French. Is that where I can find you?
So that was the kind of the psychic barrage. So you're able to shake it off. And then it looks like she's finally gotten to rest after a very long time. It's just kind of nods.
I'll then say in English, I'll take care of everything.
She looks over to the man that Pierce just sat down at the table with and kind of looks over him longingly, looks at you, and says in English, tells you, please tell my brother there's nothing he could do. He was a coward, but he could not have stopped it. Don't let him drink himself to death over it.
As you wish.
Yep. Unless you want to do something about it, she is bound here. So she just kind of slumps, waiting for the priest to move along. You guys notice, of course, now that Killian is talking to in the general vicinity of where the priest was talking. The priest is quiet the whole time as you're talking, Killian, and says, "Oh, do you see my friend too? Do you know who she is? She seems to be in quite a bit of distress, but I cannot understand why she doesn't simply move on to her reward. Is she fearful of hell? Has she done something bad in her life?"
No. You see that chap over there in the very fancy clothes, drinking mightily, and I'll point to Chance.
Of course, yes.
Well, as he's looking at Chance, I'll try to sucker punch him.
Oh, jeez. What?
That's an escalation.
Wow.
I want you to roll with it just because I think it'll be funny if you crit fail. But otherwise,
yes.
you'll hit him, a priest.
13.
Okay, roll the damage.
I've actually got unarmed. Put in my 5 damage. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good for you.
That's very
Yeah,
good.
Okay, that knocks him out. You just cold cock the priest. Everybody in the bar kind of like looks shocked. Menard kind of looks over the bar.
waving just starts to slow down. Oh.
I'll look at Chance and say, thank you.
He's like, I don't know what you got up against priests, but he is the only one we got in town. He wasn't a bad sort of man. You got some beef with him, son? He's just looking down at him.
No, I'd say we're about even now. I'll look to the ghost lady and I'll say, you can rest wherever you like tonight, ma'am. In French.
And she goes over and sits or tries to sit across from Xander, her brother, apparently, and just kind of rests her head down on the table as he's furiously scribbling away.
And just the printing guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jebediah, you're finished. You've taken him for all of the $10 he had in front of him. And he's like, oh, that's all my fun money. Martha won't let me spend any more.
Well, I'll be here tomorrow night or any other. I think we're here for a few days. So
I have another $10 tomorrow. She gives me $10 a day to spend.
Maybe you'll earn it back.
Yeah, I mean, she'd probably rather me lose it here than go over to Miss Kitty's house. So, yeah. Yes. But if she asks, we didn't gamble. No, sir. I owed you that $10. Yes, I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry your meal was that bad, sir. Here's your $10.
Wow. It's okay. And then I'll laugh at that and put my cards away. Has anyone else been watching this?
They have, but nobody's putting up for the priest. Menard does come across and kind of stick him on the bar stool and just kind of lay him over like he's too drunk to move. Just kind of lays him there.
I don't even know what that's about.
I'm really confused. Yes.
I'm
buy
assuming
this
there was a good reason for this, Gillian?
Oh, there's a very distressed lady attached to his arm, and he wouldn't let her go because she was distressed. It's sort of... Oh, there is something worth noting. That lady, so-called, that our friend Ivan absconded with, is a very dangerous murderer and a sadist. We might want to extricate him from that situation.
Speaking of which, let's move over. Eddie, I want you to make me 3 saves, and you can choose which order they come in, and I just want to know where you fail if you fail. You're going to make a reflex, fortitude, and willpower save. You choose which order they come in, and just let me know if you fail and when you fail.
You know what? I'll just do them down the line in order. So there's the reflex.
Oh, nat 20.
You're very acrobatic.
There's the fort. That's a 13.
It's going to be a while before he gets back.
And the willpower is a 7.
He's going to start.
He's going to bark like a dog, isn't he?
He's gonna bark like a dog when he comes back.
No, he falls asleep.
We did just get a player reroll. I might reroll that will save. That's a 9. Oh, whopping 9. All right.
Hey,
well.
it's better.
Okay. Yeah. So unless there are any interventions, Ivan will have a nice sleep the rest of the night as he's exhausted and just falls asleep over there. Did well enough on the other two that you're just not murdered for bad performance. So that's all good.
Woof.
That's exactly what might happen to you.
Bow wow.
Yeah, but otherwise, you are safe. You're just exhausted and having a good night's sleep, unless your friends decide to do something about that.
Rescue you.
Yeah, with that information from Killian, I would be in favor of rescuing, and that's also who we need to talk to anyway. So,
Well, real quick, I'm going to take some of that raw boar meat and give it to the kitty so the kitty's in a good mood. Maybe just take it to that fellow who seems real stressed out. See if petting the cat helps him some.
that sounds like a good idea.
Make me a personality check,
That
Scab.
does sound.
I'm not the most personable kid, but I mean well.
Okay, yeah. The fact that you're a kid bearing a cat seems to not cause him to immediately go into a panic attack like he did with Pierce. And he's like, "Oh, hey, kid. I'm sorry. I'm just doing some copy edit here. That's you got old Sugarfoot.
Yeah. I fed him some, and sometimes I have nights where things just kind of bother me a lot. And I used to have a cat that made me feel a lot better. And I really like Sugarfoot here, but I think you need him more than me.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been under a lot of stress lately, kid. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. He kind of looks over from where he came. Tell your friend there, I'm sorry if I spooked him. I just got a lot going on. That's all. Nothing he did.
That's okay. He helped take care of me when I had a lot going on too. Well, you have a good night. We gotta go keep my friend from getting murdered.
Oh, wait. Who's being murdered?
Oh, that fella that had the mask went away with the tall lady.
And so he wasn't in here when they left.
I mean, Scab's not
Yeah,
super smart.
yeah. Well, which lady?
Oh, she was sitting with the barking man, real tall, strong lady.
Your friend didn't cause Mr. Wolfritter any problems tonight, did he?
No, they seem to get along real good. My friends are worried they get along too good.
Well, your friend's probably fine. They're professionals. They don't kill anybody without getting paid for it. Your friend will be fine if he hasn't pissed off Mr. Wolfritter.
Oh, okay. Did you piss off Mr. Wolfritter?
No. Yeah, he's just starts crying, just out of
Oh.
nowhere. He just starts crying. No. I work for Mr. Wolfritter. I wouldn't do anything to cause him problems.
Okay.
Wait, you say this Wolf Ritter fellow employs professionals?
Killian, you walking over?
Yeah.
Make me a personality check.
Oof.
It would be current personality.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, 10's not bad. He doesn't immediately freak out either. It's like, is this one of your friend's kid? He's
Yes,
really like hard stroking the cat. The cat's looking a little annoyed.
getting that whole face just like, yes, I'm friends with Scab. My name is Killian Fouché. I'm actually a photographer by trade, but I was sort of getting into a more rough and tumble lifestyle recently, and things aren't exactly working out well for me, and I could use some professional assistance, if you understand my meaning.
No, I don't. I don't at all. Look, I'm just.
I'll
writer.
lean forward and I'll pat him on the back and I'll say, "Perfect. May I speak with Mr. Wolfritter?"
But you don't want to do that, sir. You said you're a professional. What do you do? He does hire folk, but you don't want to be hired by him. He's a really bad man.
Well, I'm not exactly a good man.
Yes, you are.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to make a roll for that.
I mean, in Scab's opinion, you are.
I know. He doesn't freak out at the insinuation that you might harm him. Mr. Wolfstritter's upstairs. He's got the room on the far left. You can't miss it. It's got his name on the door. It's big wooden door. It's got the brass handle on it. You can't miss it. Looks different than the other ones. I wouldn't suggest it though, sir. I mean, he pays well enough, but he's not good to work for. People he employs, they're not good people. I'm not a good person either. I'm not a good person either. He just starts, the waterworks start again.
Geez. Listen, sir.
The priest rouses, kind of works his jaw and looks over at Menard, who's just finished playing cards. It's like, Menard, your whiskey is packing an extra punch tonight. Can I have another one?
I'll get a round. I'll get a round for everybody.
Chance throws down a couple of dollars. Everybody kind of raises the glass to you there. Chances you get another round. All right, go ahead, Killian. Sorry.
I'll go to I'll say, okay, just one moment, sir, and I'll start.
It's a little uncomfortable. The grown man just bawling in front of you. The cat's looking pissed,
I'll
but it's
look at
too
his
fat
sister
to
and
do
say,
anything
I'm
about it.
terribly sorry about all this. And after digging
She just
around in my
waves.
supplies for a bit, I'll pull out my big stash of money, more than $1,000 worth,
Jeez.
and I'll set
Everybody's
it down in front of
eyes
him.
kind of follow your hand as you do this.
I'll set it down in front of him. I would like to pay you for free access to your newspaper business, as well as to pay you to leave town and consider switching to the occasional glass of wine.
Ooh. That's a lot of money, mister. That's an awful lot of money. He takes half of it and says, he kind of fumbles a minute and pulls out a key that's on a chain that he just kind of just breaks the chain and lays it on the table.
I will take the key. Thank you. And again, I'll point to the rest of the money. Switch to wine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know what? He just gets up, he puts his hat back on and just walks out. He left the notepad that he had been scribbling on the table.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll
you see
definitely take a look at that.
The ghost looks up at you, mouths, thank you.
I'll give a flourished salute to the ghost. And what's the piece of paper got to say?
Okay. So the piece of paper you were a photographer. You probably worked around Newsies. It's in shorthand, but he was taking dictation. He wrote it on the newspaper, or excuse me, on the notepad, and he was just kind of cleaning up just the verbiage a little bit. But it's like a newsletter for, well, the organization, the Knights of the Golden Circle, the KGC. It's basically just a kind of a what are these called for businesses? Prospectus, like how the business is doing, what areas they've made gains in. Yeah,
Their quarterly report.
it's sort of that.
State of the Secret Society address.
No address or anything. That signed off as Hans Wolf's Ritter.
Well, now I'm okay. I'll reconnoiter with the rest of the group and I'll say, okay, Ivan is still in immediate danger, but I have the key to the newspaper place, so we don't even have to break in. That fellow might have been skipping town, so we don't have to worry about him. There's a fellow upstairs by the name of Wolfsritter who is a very bad man, and he employs very bad people who do very bad things. One of whom is now with Ivan.
Has night escalated?
Yes. I would say we get Ivan, sleep in the newspaper place because it is getting rather late, and then immediately proceed to tearing this place apart.
Or, I mean, that I like most of that. I really do. We get Ivan check out the newspaper place. And since we're going to be staying in rooms right next to this Wolf's Ritter guy, we ambush him in the middle of the night through the wall and deal with him that direction. It's not really why we're here, but you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, I believe that this Knights of the Golden Circle will get us closer to where we need to go.
Do I recognize that Knights of the Golden Circle?
I don't believe you did. Who was the person that knew a little bit about it? Was that Jebediah? Or was that? No, I guess
A
it was
little
you, actually.
bit.
Yeah. Other than they have a cult, some occult leaning, they're basically a group that wants to reunify the South.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
stockpiling money and favor and political power to try and, bring back that.
Okay. Yeah, we should definitely take care of them tonight then.
He's the one that made that fella so sad.
Yes.
Oh.
All
That was
right.
real nice of you, Killian.
I told the miss, and I'll gesture to the ghost. I told her that I'd try to do something. It's not out of the goodness out of my heart. It's just I have to do this, or else I'll be haunted for the rest of my life.
I mean, sometimes we do nice things for, weird reasons, but you still do it.
Still a nice thing at the end of the day.
Okay, I can see that. Yes.
Anyway, how about we go keep Ivan from getting murdered?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. How do we find him?
I'll just go ask the barkeep. Like, where would Shotgun Sarah have taken our friend?
Looks a little nervous. It's not information I should really be giving out to strangers. It can get me in a lot of trouble.
I'll put down a 20.
Make me a personality check. You can +2 over any.
19.
That 20 disappears real fast. And he says, well, if one were to, say, go out those front doors there and take about 30 steps across the street, you're going to find a house that kind of looks kind of gray in color, got a yellow roof. You might find your friend there.
Very well. Thank you for the meal. We'll return shortly, since we're staying here tonight.
Are we all going, or do we want somebody to hang out and see if we see anybody coming and going from upstairs?
If things are intense as what Killian relayed, then we should all go.
Probably.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, Dad.
Let's go take care of a bad person.
Oh,
Okay.
Miss, could you keep an eye on the place just in case anyone comes or goes?
Oh, to the ghost?
Yeah.
Nods. Just nods.
Thank you.
All right, so this is going to be fun. Let's see how far Eddie, your character, has gotten. Roll me a D4.
I do not want to go in first.
I mean, I'm tempted
assume
to
the-
let him be, but
I assume the 4 is for the bases on a football field.
And Scab should absolutely not go in first.
Oh,
I got a 3 on that.
The little house with the yellow roof is easy enough to find. It's a little one-story affair. It's curiously got a well-tended garden in the front with lots of flowers. Anybody particularly good at knowing their flora? Does anybody have it as a skill?
I have horticulture.
Yeah, you do. Give me a roll.
You probably fed lesser plants to another.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I will roll. I'm gonna throw a luck at that. I want to know.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw 2. 13.
Okay. Well, it seems passingly strange. All of the beautiful flowers that are growing here are things like foxglove, monk's hood, all stuff that can be poisonous. Very beautiful, but they're all poisonous plants.
I would definitely know.
Little hemlock in there.
I'll take note of that, and I'll tell everyone to kind of steer a little bit clear of the flowers.
All right. So now that you're close to the house, Eddie, you rolled well enough that this is past the vigorous part, so they're not going to be hearing your character screaming. So things
The
are
mask stays on.
Oh, she would insist on that.
I have a feeling I'm going to need to find more muscle oil in the morning.
So things seem to be quiet. All the lights are off.
Well, either he's already dead or he's already done.
First,
Does anybody make any noise that I would notice while I'm in the house? Like, would I notice them outside?
No one's done anything yet, and the streets are, there's not street lights or anything, so it's fairly dark outside. And probably you're exhausted right now. You're just, yes.
I mean, do we try to be all polite about this, or do we just, are we busting in and?
I suppose we could knock in a way that Ivan would recognize.
Because we do need to find our way to purgatory, and she's the one who's got that knowledge. So, light.
Who knocks at the door?
I will knock the La Marseillaise on the door.
Okay.
The French national anthem.
Loudly or not so loudly?
Firmly, but not in a pounding sort of way.
Okay.
Not the police.
You knock.
I don't know that we all want to be bunched up at the door either, at least. So I might be kind of like out off to the side a bit.
I'll be.
There is no answer.
Chance.
Where is this building at? Is it? It's
basically
right?
just right across the street. So you guys are at the Silver Dollar 22 on the map
so
here.
we're like right here.
So it's like
houses.
it's that little house right there on the edge.
Okay. I want to circle around to like the opposite side just to like see if there's other doors or exits or windows or anything like that.
Well, it's a single floor house. There are windows. They all open, again, single floor house. Curiously, there are flower beds beneath every window. So you'd have to step into a flower bed to try and get into a house through a window.
I can.
You want me to get inside there, Pa?
Either you or I. I mean,
Killian, about a minute has passed.
I'll try again, but this time a little louder.
Okay. Eddie, make me a luck check.
Personally, I kind of want to be looking at the bar.
Well under, I pass.
All right. She's asleep. You are roused by the pounding at the door.
Okay. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. Who's standing at the door?
You want to open a window to look? There's not a peephole or anything, so you'd have to do that.
Oh no, I'm gonna open the door. I'm just curious who's gonna be standing there when I open it.
It'll be Killian.
Is it just Killian? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the door. Killian, when I open the door, I have my mask on, an unlit cigar in my mouth. That's about it. I am very shiny, covered in oil.
And bruises and cuts and
oh yeah, I've been through some stuff, but I got a smile on my face like you've never seen. And Killian, I'm just gonna say, oh Killian, you have no idea. I will catch up with you in the morning. Trust, I'm fine. I will catch up with you in the morning. Good night. Good night. And I close the door before he can even say anything.
Yeah, Scab, let's go in.
Okay, I'll mist form in.
I'll
Okay.
shadow stride in.
Okay. Go ahead and roll because you could roll poorly on those.
To spin my personality.
I got a 14. That's acceptable.
Okay. Just do with some.
What's your mercurial on that one?
Let's see. Swirling of dark. Oh, the mercurial's actually really cool. I can cast it without using words.
Oh, that's a really nice set.
Very nice.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thunder
Scab?
and lightning.
Yeah. So the
You spend your personality.
I spend the personality and it just
Yeah, and you just do it. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys kind of just missed through the walls. Again, the inside for the house of a killer, professional killer. Very sedate. There's like a writing desk with some really nice paper, cream-colored envelopes, little inkwell. There's some nice paintings about the place. They're all like landscapes. Now, the motif is a little odd. Most of the landscapes are like cold, barren places or like desert scenes. Very little life around, but beautiful paintings. And then you are just right behind your luchador. Your butt cheeks flacking in the wind there as he closes the door on Killian. So you're all in kind of like the living room.
Just so we're clear, the boots are on too.
Oh, I figured. Yeah.
Okay.
The boots
Maybe the
stay
knee
on.
pads too.
Oh,
The boots stay on.
ah.
Yep, it's just boots, mask, and rosary.
You're very naked.
Okay. So yeah, Eddie, you turn around, Ivan, you turn around, and you've seen them in their mist forms before.
Well, I'm not even misform. I just disappear in one shadow and pop out of another one.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
I'm just there.
Guys, this is very rude. You should leave me alone until morning.
Um,
I will tell you later what happened.
we're not here for
Big
those
wink.
kind of details, but good job, buddy. No, she's a very violent professional killer.
What?
Apparently.
How can you tell? And I look around, and as I turn around and look around the room, you can see all the claw marks and everything all over me.
Oh God. Yes, very violent killer, and
Are you sure she's like wonderful kitten?
that's not what I would call it. Like tiger.
Yes, that is it. Like tiger, full of
That's not
passion.
true. There's nothing nice about that pussycat up there. I know all about kitties.
Anyway.
Oh, Scab, when you get older, maybe.
We were worried that she was going to kill you. And Killian was talking to a lovely young ghost that she dismembered with the shotgun. And does she have bondage gear?
Is Ivan the
Ivan?
kind that kisses and tells?
I was asking that to
I
Ivan.
would never give those details.
If she does, we should restrain her. Or if you're alive, I guess we can just leave, but just know that she might kill you in the morning.
Is she, Bert, to be clear, is she she's asleep, right?
You left her asleep.
Yeah, but you're loud.
and
It's true.
you guys are solid now, right?
I am.
Oh no, Scab's you're still mist form.
Gab was floating up that way, assuming we were here to do a thing.
Jebediah,
Okay.
let's cut to the outside for a moment. You were checking out the windows, and the windows are all slightly ajar, enough to let the night air in. But as I said, you have to actually step in the flower beds to be able to access the windows.
Right.
You think that's the bedroom. This one window is stained glass, though, so you can't really see into it. But judging that it's a one floor house, you think this is the bedroom that you're in the window to.
I taken some interest in these flowers and want to like put on some gloves and kind of carefully, sporadically pluck some of them, thin it out, just so not so that it's like super obvious that I just pulled a whole bunch of patches of them.
Make me a reflex save.
Okay. All right.
Great words. Oh,
20.
nice.
A bear trap is narrowly avoided as you stick your hand into the loam of the garden, and because you gotta pull it out by the roots to get the most benefit out of it. And as you do this,
Right.
you yank your hand back just as a bear trap springs.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's ruthless.
I'm just gonna like pause a little bit as I know that was probably very loud, and then
Yeah, you guys hear that from the outside, just this loud slamming of metal.
Nobody screamed yet, so
Yeah, let's go check on him.
I think it's
Yeah.
definitely time to get out of here. So I will excuse myself and head out the front door. Probably signal for Scap to come along, unless you want to stay. Keep an eye on Ivan, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm like pushing Chuck from behind and waving a hand through Scab, like, I'll see you in the morning. Please go.
Hey.
Killian, you step
You're
out.
liquor and I'm
front door.
already tired.
Please make me a luck check.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Whew, 4 under 14.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean Killian. Chuck, your character. You said
yeah.
you went out the front door.
yeah, I'm going out of the front door. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make me a luck check there,
yeah.
Chuck. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Oh my gosh, how are we gonna do? Oh, 15 over 11. That is a fail.
Okay.
oh,
1 second.
oh indeed.
Okay.
you're gonna get nirvana'd.
Oof. Oof.
What's your AC, Chuck?
It's actually really great. It's 20.
Your AC is 20.
Good grief.
Yeah.
What's that from? Are you still in your form or something? Or?
No, my AC, I get my level.
Mhm.
Let me get up there. I've got it all broken out. My agility is a 1, so that puts me at a 17 right there.
Quesadilla.
And then from my quesadilla, my familiar, I get another 3.
Okay.
So my
Nice.
my resting AC is 20.
Well, the first shot from the shotgun misses.
Oh no.
The second one doesn't.
Oh.
Oh,
And the card draw is good. Sorry, Chuck.
I got 20 hit
So-
points.
She's on the roof waiting for the first person to come out of the door as she blows at the back of your head with her shotgun.
I need that.
Yeah. All right. Give me a second here.
Yeah, not leaving her alone now.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. At least it wasn't a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a
Oh my
grazing shot.
God.
1 point of damage.
Wow.
That you hear the first shotgun blast go off that misses, and you throw yourself to the side, so you're only caught by a few pellets.
Oh.
1 point of damage. Okay, so since we're in timed combat now, why doesn't everybody go ahead and roll me initiative to see how this is going to play out?
Oh boy.
Don't forget to click on your token.
Yes.
Well, this is how
I
I
always forget to do that.
realistically expected things to turn out
Oh, I
and
got a
hoped
16.
that they wouldn't.
Right. Hold on just a second. My dog is telling me if he doesn't get out, he's
Oh,
going to
no.
do a little number on the floor here. So give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't want that.
So I got a 16. Who rolled a 0?
on, buddy.
I rolled a natural 20 and somehow I get turned into a 0.
So that would be a 22. That's weird.
Oh, it's because you have like a double plus on it. It seems like
Oh,
that
that's my
messes the
bad.
math up.
Okay.
I got you updated in it, though.
You should probably be like a 22 or
Yeah,
something,
he
I'm
is.
going to
Yeah,
guess.
Chuck's already.
Yeah.
I don't like when people shoot my daddy.
Oh, my god.
Well, fortunately, I'm outside already, so I can probably see her at least.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of loitering around the front of the building, so
All right.
just maybe.
Everybody get theirs in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it looks like I rolled a 19.
Uh-oh. Well,
Mercifully, shotguns take a while to load.
She probably has more than one. I can only imagine she has like a series of shotguns all strapped to her ceiling.
her
Just
character's, her nickname is Shotgun Sarah, after all.
She's just got a jacket
So-
made of shotguns.
Scab, you're first, but
Yes.
you have no idea what's going on. You just saw your dad go through the door, and you heard a couple of shotgun blasts. What do
Right.
you do?
I mean, I'm in mist form, so I'll do my best to find a way to go flying upwards to see what I can see, because I know the blasts came from up.
Okay.
So if I can do like that may involve going out the door and up, probably.
Okay, so because Scabs is a young man, I'm going to have you roll for this. I'm going to do it as a personality. Make me a personality check as you see this stunningly beautiful woman, pretty much naked on the roof. She has 3 shotguns laying next to her. She's just got done shooting one of them and is basically and picked up the next one.
That's amazing.
The only thing she's wearing is around her left thigh is a knife sheath with several knives on it.
Oh my. The personality check.
A personality check, please.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to luck that up? You need a
Probably.
15.
Oh God.
The only deficit to this Scab is that, well, this will be the first time you've seen the lady like this, and it's just basically this will take your action as you are just.
No, I'll
little stunned.
spend the luck. I haven't used any of our previous, so I'm sure he's like, even though he's in mist form, it's very obvious he's there. You shot him.
Okay.
That'll be me spinning luck, is realizing that she shot my dad.
Okay, in which case it's just movement for you to get up. So what do you want to do as an action since you passed your personality by spending the luck?
I'm gonna go ahead and let myself be floating kind of away, but I've got that nice shepherd's crook I'm gonna try and hit her with. And more important to me than doing damage is hooking her and pulling her.
Okay.
So she's up on a roof.
Here's how we'll do it then. If you exceed her armor class by 2, I'll allow you to hook instead of doing the damage. Okay.
Cool. All right.
If you just hit her AC, you're basically just going to bop her, but not able to get the hook on.
That sounds awesome. I'll give it a try. So,
She has an AC of 17.
oh, that is tough.
I would say if the,
Woo.
Okay.
oh, wow.
Not that
you hook a leg. So we'll
Nice.
count this as a grapple. Okay. So we'll consider she's going to have her arms free, but otherwise we'll treat this like a grapple. She's not going to be able to move until she breaks the grapple. Okay.
Okay. And at this point, I do have a secondary.
You have a secondary
Dice.
action. Yeah.
I do. And if it's used to grapple, it gets to be a dice size up. So it
And
can
this is a grapple.
So it'd be a D16 plus my regular attack bonus, basically.
Okay, and so you want to just basically do damage now? Is that what you want to do, or
Yeah. Or if
explain
I
to me
can,
what you're?
if it's a grapple now, I basically want to use my secondary grapple action now that I've got her hooked to yank her off.
Okay.
Or if that's not viable, just
No, it's
smack her.
viable. Here's what you want to yank her off the roof.
If possible.
Okay.
Like the
let's
first one was
do-
like getting her hooked, and now it's yanking her as hard as I
Okay.
can.
Let's do a strength versus strength then.
All right.
Since you have her by the leg and you've got better leverage, I'll give you a +2 to that.
Okay. So D16
And we're just going-
plus, or do we do just regular strength test?
You're gonna blow your D16 as just it's just your extra action, but you're gonna roll a D20 since it's a check.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. So strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Deal. And fingers crossed. God
Oh.
bless it.
Oh,
Wow.
Remember, you got the bonus with it too. Well, even with the bonus, that's low.
did you have the bonus?
Well,
It could be a tie, possibly, if you add the +2.
If that's not with the +2, then it is a tie. It just
Yeah.
means that you maintain the grapple, but you don't pull her off the roof.
I'll spend 1 luck to do that then.
That's fine.
I don't like when people shoot my dad.
Go ahead and roll a D6 damage for the fall. She'll take a D6 worth of fall damage.
Do that, mark off some luck.
And I kind of see that you probably pulled her to the back of the house instead of the front.
Yeah, I
you
would have
just-
just whatever door it was where my dad had gone out, I would have floated up from there and then
pulled backwards. So she'll
Yeah.
fall down behind the house. She'll take 4 points of damage. Did not roll a 6, so she didn't break a bone, just 4 points of damage. She hits hard, but you also notice that she rolls with it, and she comes up with 2 knives in her hands. Jebediah, you were right back there, and she's up next.
oh no. Sorry.
Yep, she is going to attack you with her knives. Also surprising
Okay.
because, again, she's not wearing a thing as she comes at you.
This is
Oh,
a
boy.
weird night.
A very weird night. Yeah.
It is. It's
This is the
probably
first lady that's attacked me like this that I didn't rob.
The situation isn't new, just what arose from it. That's all.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
Preceding events are different. I believe it says 18, but I don't think that's right because
You would not have the branding iron anymore.
Yeah, so it should be 16 then, I believe.
Okay, so it's still going
What's
to
your
miss.
agility modifier?
I don't. It's flat
Okay.
0.
Yeah.
16.
So, but you're what? You guys are what? 6th level now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's right,
it should just
16.
be 16. Yeah.
So she just misses as she's obviously skilled in hand-to-hand and knife combat as she kind of weaves towards you, using one knife to kind of basically parry, and she tries to gut you with the other one. It's perhaps only the fact that she's not wearing shoes, so she's not great purchase that saves you, as that knife almost opens your guts and your throat as she comes up around you. Chance, I think you're still in the front.
I am.
Okay. So you have no idea what's going on to the rear.
I don't. No.
You heard the 2 shotgun blasts. You see Pierce dove away from the door to get some cover. You heard Scab yell out that you shot my dad or something like that. But that's all. And then probably inside, Ivan is like, best night of my life, and you ruined it.
Probably. Personally, I'm a little concerned about more people coming out of the bar, to be honest, to back her up.
Could
So
be.
I might try and I might just spend my turn watching that direction.
Maybe
I
a
might
luck
take
check.
some. Let's see here. Look.
Okay, you make it. Yes, people are standing outside of the bar. Probably at the first sounds of the shotgun blast, people are starting to do the looky-loo thing. Where it's only been a few seconds so far, but yeah, people have noticed the sound. You do see lanterns being lit in some of the houses around to try and see what's going on. Neighbors are kind of sticking their head out to see what's going on. You don't see a threat yet, but people are quite aware that there's gunfire in the streets. since you made that luck check, I will give you a heads up if anything changes in that respect. Pierce, you're up. You're just out to the left or right of the doors. You threw yourself to the side, narrowly avoiding that double barrel shotgun blast.
Oh, do I not get to? Did I not join in? Am I not listed?
You're at
rolled
number
higher
6.
than
You're low.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So much is happening. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I am going to use my movement and my secondary action die to run around towards the back of the house.
So basically using double movement.
Yeah, double
Sure,
movement.
not a problem. You get up, which would eat up some of your movement. You run around back, and you see Jebediah is in mortal combat for his life with a very shapely woman. Yes.
You know what? And they're standing in a garden, right?
Yes. Well, no. Just there's a garden nearby, but they're not standing in the garden.
Or are they standing on the ground on dirt?
Yeah, on dirt.
Instant cactus.
All right, but that takes an action.
Yeah.
And you just use
I have
both
2
to
action
move.
die now.
Okay. So I use your full one, your D20 to move around, so you've got a D16 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will give that a try. Is it a D16? Yeah, it's a D16. Okay. Let me confirm that. That sounds weird. I think it's a
Well, keep in mind, I don't think your cactus are discriminating, so Jebediah will be affected too.
Even the lowest. Oh, yeah. Until I get higher. Yeah. This is going to be dumb. I'm going to do it.
Hmm?
All right.
At least Jebediah is wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Gotta put some space between the two of them.
Being naked with a cactus is just so.
She might like it.
She might.
Somehow the situation is continuing to get worse.
Or weirder, at least.
I got a 13.
Ooh. Okay, what does a 13 do for you?
Incantation calls forth 1 cactus of the normal type summoned by the caster.
Okay.
I think I could pick where it's at because I get to pick a
Yes.
point on the ground. So yeah.
Yeah, keep in mind though they're in melee, so they're not static. They're not like they're standing still.
I'm just
So
going to go
tell me what
center
you wanna
mass in the melee.
And right into the
Maybe break
Okay.
up the melee a bit.
Breaking up the melee.
Jebediah, make a reflex save. I'll have her do the same. We'll say it erupts right in the
All
middle
right.
of your fight.
Oh, 23. Hey.
Oh, that's good.
And both of them also do need to make a fortitude save as well.
Only an 11. That might
What
not
did
be-
you roll for your spell casting?
Oh,
13.
Dang.
Another. Wow.
yeah, 13.
Okay, so she failed, and did you roll more than a 13, Jebediah?
Yeah.
You're
I rolled
saving
two
against
23s.
his. You're fine. You jump out of the way, maybe because you knew what was coming.
Yeah.
So she's hit by it. Now you have to make what kind of save?
It's for my mercurial effect. When I cast this for 1 turn, I get super terrible BO.
Oh, jeez.
And everyone within 20 feet has to do a DC 16 fortitude save, or they get -2 on all tests for 2
Okay,
rounds.
that's everyone, by the way. Windows are open, so Ivan's going to smell it inside as well. So everyone make this save.
Okay. Yeah. DC
It's
So it's a
16.
even me out
42, you
front.
said?
Everyone. You're all within 20 feet. It's not a very big house. And it's smell. So
Oh, all right.
and what's the DC? She failed.
16.
Okay, and what does it do if you fail?
They get -2 on everything for 2 rounds.
All right, so she's hit by the cactus. How much damage does the cactus do if you're hit by it?
I think it's just a D4. I'm checking that now.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
D4 cactus damage while naked.
Uh,
The Jebediah just had an intense couple of seconds. Carefully avoiding poison, narrowly avoiding a
Okay.
bear trap. A
Yeah, so
naked
the
woman
reflex-
falls at him.
yeah,
and
the
the
reflex
cactus
save.
explodes.
to avoid damage and painful entanglement failed inflicts D4 plus the victim's strength modifier.
I was just
Okay,
trying to pick some.
So roll the
flowers.
D4.
1.
Okay. So yeah, she takes some damage to that before she kind of moves out of the way. So she's bleeding. Yeah. All right. So that's your turn. Who failed the smell thing, by the way? She kind of at first, she's punctured by some of the cactus. She's bleeding. She doesn't seem to mind that, but then she gets a whiff of the smell and she's like, "Oh, dear God!"
It's not so weird.
What? Did you eat some of the raw boar
so
too,
you
Dave?
are on opposite sides of this cactus from one another, but you're
Yep.
still. Well, so you're not technically in melee combat, but you can be. You're right there. The cactus kind of
Right.
broke you apart.
Okay. I won't use cards quite yet. I'll pull out my rifle, and I've got a lever action rifle, and take some shots at that. If it's not out already, does it take an action to draw?
It doesn't take an action, but it is a minus to draw
Okay.
and fire.
Can I prepare it with my D16?
If you want to
die?
drop your second action, that's
Yeah.
fine. You can have
Okay.
one action at full instead of.
Cool. I'll do that, and then I'll just take shots at her. So its rate of fire is 3. That means I can fire 3 times, right?
You can, and each shot is at a minus if you're doing multiple shots.
Okay.
Let's see here.
It's just it could turn into a -1 for everybody.
And are you
Pretty
affected by the
each.
smell, or did you pass the? save?
No, I passed the smell.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's the if I fire 3 times? What's the minus?
It's like a -1 cumulatively. So second
Yeah.
shots -1, third shots -2.
And you need to
Oh,
make a
okay.
draw for each one.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. I will do 3 shots. Or do the minuses apply to each shot, or is it like each shot as they happen?
First shot
shot's
is normal. Second shot's -1.
Okay.
Third shot's -2.
Okay. And then she's not directly in melee, so there's space between her and Piers.
Yes.
All right. 5 of clubs.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack.
And you
That hits.
sweet.
Okay, so 6 points of damage.
Yep.
Second shot
Okay.
or second draw.
3 diamonds.
Good. Go ahead and make your roll.
And this is a -1.
Oh, it's not a natural
Only 2
20,
damage.
but yeah,
Not a natural 20.
damage of 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 points of damage so far, and the last at -2.
Okay. And then 4 of hearts.
Good draw. Go ahead, roll your attack.
Okay.
That's gonna.
That was
miss.
probably not going to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 8 points of damage. Yeah, you shoot her. Probably takes it in the center mass.
Mhm.
She's not looking
All
too
right.
good.
And then my movement will be kind of backing away.
Sure. Yeah. Ivan, man, there's so much going on outside. And did you make your con save against the smell?
I burned some luck, but yes.
Okay. You have no idea what's going on, but there's more gunshots now. You look into the
Okay.
bedroom. She's not in there.
So I'm sure I hear the gunshots from out back.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to describe this as best I can. A boot and mask wearing Ivan is going to kick the back door open,
Okay.
see what's happening, and immediately I'm going to activate Battle Cry. And you're going to hear something that is some sort of blend between speaking and like a lion's growl at deafening volume. And I'm going to yell, what is he going to yell? He's going to yell, stop this now. And like eyes glowing, I'm tense, every muscle, everything is ready to go. And I'm standing on, I'm guessing the back stoop or whatever. Now, the important thing here is, as far as I'm concerned, for the purposes of the effects of this battle cry, everybody in my party is the enemy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Do you get your second action die at the level you're on?
I do.
Okay, so then you've got another action. What do you want to do?
Okay. How far away is
you
she?
see, your date for the night has been shot. Your friends surrounding her with weapons. She's naked.
Right. So I'm going to stand in front of her then. Okay, so basically I'm just going to use my second action to get in front of her.
Okay.
And I'm going to cross both arms, and I'm just standing there staring down everybody else in the party. Now, I got to roll here. Let's see. This is going to be... This is going to be for 6 rounds. This is going to last. Everybody's going to get a -1 penalty to attacks and will saves. And she and I are going to get a +1 bonus to attacks and will saves.
Okay. Bringing us to Killian.
Ah,
I think he
geez.
painted a good description of the scene there for you, Killian. Now, you were still at the front of the house, right? So I'm going to say that you were looking through the front door, which is open because Pierce opened it. And since he just went out the back door is open. So you can see kind of what's going on back there. But you're still at the front of the house.
Oh boy.
You look over my shoulder and it's just Killian like, hello?
What's happening out there, everyone? God. I'm going to look to Chance. I'm going to look to Ivan. I'm going to draw my pistol and just keep an eye on the bar with Chance.
Okay. That's the end of the round. So what both of you see, since Chance was keeping an eye out and you want to keep an eye out as well, I won't make you do a luck roll for this since Chance can kind of nudge you since he did pass his. Yes, there are people looking out of the bar now, kind of looking in your direction. Lights are going on. But more importantly, what you see is coming around the back of the saloon is the other woman. She's got the duster on. She's got 2 guns in her hand, and then kind of in the leash that's around her left hand. Mad Dog is pulling at the leash, foaming at the mouth. He's got 2 tomahawks in his hand, and they're heading in your direction. And we're at time.
Oh,
So
no.
we're going to end it mid-action with that. Yeah.
What a weird night.
What a weird night. And what a particularly strange situation we're in.
Good job, Ivan. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Like some high fives are in order, but I feel like things are going south.
Killian had stared into the eye of the abyss and now into the eye of the rising star.
I'm so sorry, Killian. I'm so sorry.
This was the episode we really should have ran the lawyer's warning that you'll feel bad about yourself for watching and listening to us tonight. I think you should. Bad listener.
Better to ask forgiveness.
Bad. All right, Chuck, roll us out. What do you got going on this week? Other than being muted.
How dare I? No, you can find the vast majority of us over on twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold. Wednesday, we are playing Dungeon Crawl Classics. We are playing the 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons adventure, Night Below. This will be our 2nd session, so make sure you check that out. And then I think on Friday, the plan is for us to play Universe Ball Anthology. I can never remember the name of it. John's running it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, but John needs to finish that up, or if John isn't available, then Joe may, I don't know what will happen. Joe may kick us into his campaign of the game that he's making. Yeah,
Figure it out soon.
we'll figure something out.
A new campaign with a brand new game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. On my own channel, twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder, or better yet, go to BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com, where you'll find 14 years worth of podcasting goodness, but more importantly, all of our social media links. This Tuesday, I'm still not yet ready to roll out our second edition campaign. That will be second edition Dungeons and Dragons, but we will be playing something. We might be doing Paranormal Wellington. Which is a Powered by the Apocalypse, just good, fun game. Friday, we are continuing our Basic Expert BX Dungeons and Dragons, where we are going to begin another Goodman favorite, The Lost City, part of the Goodman Games line of original adventures reincarnated. This was a classic first edition or BX edition Dungeons and Dragons game, which if you guys are not familiar with these books, they're part history because they tell you how that module came about, all kinds of notes from surviving authors or the team that made it, the original module as it was once published, and a 5th edition remake of it. Great books if you can get your hands on them. We are kicking this off Friday. Saturday, we're doing Cyberpunk Red, continuing our dramedy we calling Choom. And I think that's it. This Sunday, I'm not going to do anything. Some of you guys are not able to make it, and I really need the time. I'm not feeling 100%. Next Sunday, though, we will do things.
I'll be there.
All right. Anything else, guys?
I don't think
Like,
so.
maybe
that's all.
the player of Scab would like to tell us about a certain Patreon.
Sure, Aaron Reese on Patreon. If you get comics, maps, tokens, fun stuff, check it out.
Good stuff. All right. Guess this is where we say goodbye to everybody. And once again, we're sorry.
We really are.
We're so
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm not.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
All right.